Hello VC, this is John back again with video number 3. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel, everybody who has made comments about my video, real positive. I've been getting some real positive feedback from my videos and a lot of good suggestions on how I asked about how do I remove stickers from album covers that the stores slap on there and stuff like that. And if you want to go to channel 333 and a third RPM, he shows a way how to do it with Goof Off, that remover, safe and easy way to do it. So I'm going to do that. But for now, I'm going to show a few albums. Today I went to Everyday Music in Beaverton, Oregon. And they have, it's a huge store, there's like 5 of them in the area, and this particular one is pretty big, and they have a huge section of records that are like, you know, they haven't sold, and they put them in these big bins, and there's hundreds and hundreds of them, and they're not in alphabetical order, so you got to go through each one to find one or two that might be good. And I found a few. I don't have them out right now, I kind of forgot to do that, but anyway, I'll show those later in another video. I got 50 cents each. But what I did find in the just arrived section in the record store was a couple of nice finds, and they're in good shape too. The first one is Accept, their first album. This was $10. They say it's in fine condition. They always put a little thing on there that says fine. Fine. And this is a pretty good copy. It's in pretty good shape. A little ring wear right there. You can see it, a dark area right there. And here's the back of it. There's Udo with long hair. This is from 1979. And it just has a regular white sleeve in it. It's on PVC label records, whatever that is. All songs published by Octave. Yeah, it says 1979 Metronome GmbH. So that's what that is. So I don't know where PVZ Records is based out of, but you know, this was a good find. I'm really happy I found it. And this next one that I found today at Everyday Music is, well, you just saw it there. That's okay. I mean, you know, my heart jumped when I saw it. I couldn't believe it. It was $12. Raven Live at the Inferno. And it's in pretty good condition. It says fine here, but there's a little tiny bit of, you know, ring wear there. Here comes my cat, just walking around. Good, thank you. So there's the back of it. Inside, it's a gatefold. And I was, you know, when I saw this today, I went, oh wow. So it's in good condition too. It's very clean. There's no scratches on it. Whoever had this took very good care of it. Until they donated it, or until they sold it. So, Everyday Music is a good store. Get this in here. I'll put it away later. It's a good store, you know, they have good prices. There's some new records I saw there, but, you know, reissues I really don't want to get. You know, like the Kiss reissues, you know, they're $27 each in that store, and I don't want to spend $27 on a record that I know like the back of my hand. You know, I'd rather find a used copy somewhere. So one of these days I will. You know, I want to build up a Kiss vinyl collection. I'm gonna try not to get reissues because they're just, to me, they're just too expensive. I can't really afford to do that. So if I find a good copy of, say, Kiss Alive for $10, I'll buy it. You know. So anyway, that's I found more today, but I'll show those later in another video. I actually did a video earlier today. It was like a half hour long, and I just didn't feel right about it. I know, there's no, it doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that, but I just wanted to be presentable and, well done. So I'm doing it over again for you guys. I found this. This is a good album. I'm gonna hide all this because you can see it. I want to have the element of surprise. So this is Steve Howe Beginnings, his solo album. This is a pretty good condition. It's for $2.90, and it says good condition. And there's a picture of him and his wife and kid. His lyrics on here. I don't know how good this is. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm sure my brother has it. Hi Dave, if you're watching. My brother is a big, huge 70s progressive rock fan. Especially Yes and Rush and all that kind of stuff. So he watches my videos. This next one, this is like my first taste of rock music when I was a little kid. Because this movie came out in 1973. It doesn't say, 1973, MCA Records. It's Jesus Christ Superstar. I found this copy, I think it was at Goodwill. I'm pretty sure it's at Goodwill because there's no price sticker on it. They sell their records for like $3 each or something like that. This is a good copy. It's in pretty good shape. There's a little bit of a bend right here and stuff like that. I just like the music on this. It's really good rock music. I've actually seen this on stage in Portland a few times. Once with Ted Neely, who plays Jesus in the movie, and once with Carl Anderson, and another time without either of those two, but it was still really well done. I think I've seen it 3 times. First time I saw it was with Ted Neely, the second time was with Carl Anderson, and the third time was without those guys. The third time was a more modernized version of it. But the time with Ted Neely was awesome. He's a good singer. If you ever see the movie Django Unchained, Ted Neely does a cameo in that. Watch for it. This album, I'm really into progressive rock, modern progressive rock. And, a lot of it is influenced by 70s progressive rock. So I decided, I'm going to start listening more to 70s progressive rock. So that's why I got this Jethro Tull Benefit. I really like Jethro Tull's music, it's good hard rock and stuff. And he's a killer flautist. I haven't listened to this yet, but it's a good one. It's one of his better ones, according to my brother. Oh, this one is actually one that I found today in the 50 cents rack. Get the knack, it's only 50 cents. I love the song My Sharona. I know it's a big hit and everything, but it's a great song. It's really power pop, hard power pop to me. If you ever, I used to not like that song very much, and I heard it on the radio one day in my car, and I got a pretty good stereo system in my car, and it just sounded really, really well, really good. So, good deal for 50 cents, I think. I gotta get a drink of water in my big cup. That's good. Straight out of the Brita filter. You just saw it. I was happy to find this. I was never really a big fan, but I started to appreciate more of the hair metal from the 80s, and I think these guys probably got lumped into that category, even though they're more hard rocking than like Poison and stuff like that. It's LA Guns. It's their first album from 1988. And this one's in really good condition. I don't know, the people at the record store, one guy prices them or grades them differently than the other guy, because this one's just as good. doesn't say fine on it, but it's in great condition. The record sleeve, the record cover is in really good condition. The inner sleeve is it's in pretty good condition. It's a little yellowed. And the record itself is in good condition. I gotta clean it yet, but there's no scratches on it or anything. So it's on the Vertigo label. Vertigo. I guess it's a subsidiary of Polygram, because this is 1988 Polygram Records. Next is this album, Kansas. I found this at Goodwill, I believe, for $3 or whatever. It's in pretty good condition. This is a good album. Has Carry On My Wayward Son, and The Wall, What's on My Mind, and a few others. You know, it's good 70s progressive rock. This next one, I used to have this on cassette when I was younger, and I played the heck out of it. I wore out that cassette. This is a band, I think they're from LA. Excuse me. It's a highly underrated record, in my opinion. Love Hate, Blackout in the Red Room, and you know, forever, you know, I listened to it as you know, on cassette, and I kind of like forgot about the band. And I don't know, like a year ago, I said, "Oh yeah, there was that band called Love Hate," and I looked it up on YouTube, and there, of course, it's online. It's on YouTube, and to find it on vinyl was just amazing. This was $15. So there's the Columbia, your standard Columbia red label. So that was a good find. I'm glad I found that one. I'm gonna close the door. My wife's not feeling well, so she's coughing up a storm. Hopefully she doesn't give it to me. I'm going to be able to make videos next week. Here's another one. I guess I put them in alphabetical order. Here's another one I found today in the 50-cent bin. It's another Kansas album. This is Monolith. Only 50 cents for this. I like that cover. Show the whole thing. Killer painting. Here's the inner. Reminds me of Fallout 4. If any of you are video game players, you know what that is. So it's not in great condition. Maybe that's why it's only 50 cents, but you know, 50 cents. Couldn't pass it up. Put all that back later. This is an album that my brother gave me for Christmas a couple of years ago. Was it last Christmas? I think it was last Christmas. Led Zeppelin 2 is a reissue. And it's 180 grams vinyl. Everybody knows what that looks like. Put this in right here. Dog outside. 2 dogs outside. So everybody knows what the inside of that looks like. I don't need to take it out of the plastic. This was I found this at an antique shop on the Oregon coast, and I was kind of, you know, I found a few good records on the Oregon coast. I'll get to them later, probably in another video. But I found this, Yngwie Malmsteen's Odyssey. I saw Yngwie Malmsteen with on the G3 tour. Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, and Yngwie. Yngwie was awesome, of course. But Steve Vai really blew me away. So it's in good condition. I think this was $10. There you go. You know what the other side looks like. This is an interesting find. This next record. I I just mainly got it because of the artwork on the front. I think it's really a cool picture. I'll show it to you. It's another 50-cent item I found, and not today, but another time I went. 50 cents for this. It's a band called Malo. M-A-L-O. I love that cover. It's a beautiful picture, beautiful painting. And when I got home, I kind of looked up information about them and found out that this guy, Jorge, is Carlos Santana's little brother. So I don't know if any of you knew that, but yeah, there is Jorge Santana. See right there, there's a big old stain right there. But it's in, it's not, other than the album cover itself, it's in pretty good condition. Yeah, I got it cleaned up really good, but it's on Warner Brothers, 1972. And from what I've read, I haven't listened to it yet, but from what I've read, it sounds like Santana. I wonder why. Anyway, this next record, I've heard the VC talk about this band, and I've known about them for a long time. Their music is epic metal. I found this, it's a new reissue of an older album. It's Manila Road, Mysterium. And this is actually, it's new, but it was in the used section. I guess somebody bought it and they didn't like it and they sold it back to the store or something. So it was $14. And I'll show you the inner. I'll show you the inner right here. That. Killer artwork, man. One of the reasons I like vinyl so much because the artwork. And it came with this order form. You can go online and order from them. High Roller Records. They do a good job. I've heard a lot of people on the VC talk about how good of a job they do. Here's a poster that comes with it. Just the album cover, but it's a killer picture. Dude, don't mess up. There we go. The whole thing. Awesome. So, I'm not sure if that'll go up on the wall or not. Let's see. It's getting kind of dark, so I'm gonna have to hurry up here. This is a band that I'm pretty familiar with. It's a 80s progressive rock band. They're kind of popular among the metalheads too. It's Marillion. Script for a Jester's Tear. This is from 1983. 1983. This is in really good condition. I think I found this at a Goodwill, or maybe I found it at the antique store. I'm not sure. Can't remember. So it's on Capitol Records. It's purple vinyl, purple inner sleeve, and yeah, this is a good album. I like this album a lot. The bass player is Pete Trevois. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Anyway, he's connected to he's with a band called Transatlantic, and as you can see here, that's Transatlantic right here. This is a live DVD / CD, and he plays with Mike Portnoy. It's my cat, Jasmine. She's funny. He plays with Mike Portnoy and Neil Morse. Some of you might be familiar with Neil Morse. I'll talk about him later in another video. I'll probably do artist spotlights in the future, like Neil Morris and other bands. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, good album. Sorry if I'm jumping around, I'm a little nervous. This next record, I found this at Goodwill for $3.99. Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush live. It's a live album. This is, the cover's pretty beat up, but it's pretty good. It's okay. I'm just buying records, kind of off the cuff, I guess you can say. I don't want to waste my money, but when I find something like this, I'll snag it up and listen to it. What did I listen to earlier today? Oh, I listened to that Gillan band. Gillan, not the Ian Gillan band, but Gillan, and the album Magic. It was really good. I really liked it. I was surprised. I never heard it before. It was really, really good. So this next one is a really good album. I just heard it on YouTube at work, but the kind of work I do, you can listen to music while you work. So I listen to this at work on YouTube, and it's really, really good. The new Megadeth album, Dystopia. This album is really good. It's like he's back to his roots to me, like Rest in Peace. That's one of my favorite metal albums of all time. I love that album. And this is, I bought this at a record store in McMinnville, Oregon, which is kind of a small, not a small town, but I like this. I like the custom label, but it's not a small town, but it's not a big town either. It's kind of in between, I don't know what to compare it to, maybe like Portland, Maine, kind of like about that big. But I found that in there. I was surprised to see a record store in Louisville. This album my brother got for me last Christmas. Hope he's watching. I think he got it for me last Christmas. This is the blackened reissue of Metallica, Master of Puppets. My favorite Metallica album. They have a instead of this inner sleeve, they have this on here. This is taken at Day in the Green in San Francisco, or actually in Oakland, 1985. I was at that concert. It was Metallica was there. Victory opened. Yngwie Malmsteen, Rat, Y&T, Metallica, and the Scorpions. Yeah, Scorpions were the headliner, and Rat was right before the Scorpions. Metallica was, before that, and I think Y&T was before that, and Yngwie Malmsteen was before that, and Victory opened. That was one of my first big concert experiences. I remember when the Scorpions started, the whole crowd just started rushing to the front. Me and my buddy, we just almost got crushed, but we were able to escape. But that was a good show. Good memories. This I found at Everyday Music. It's only $2.90. It's Kim Mitchell. Everybody knows who that is. All you VC members, the Hard Rock VC members, know who this guy is. He's from Canada. He's very popular in Canada. I haven't listened to this yet, but I intend to. Trying to educate myself more on Canadian rock. I know there's a lot of good Canadian rock bands out there. What's the most popular one? I think they're called, what's the name? Oh, Rush. Yeah, Rush. I saw them on their 40th anniversary tour when they came through. So it's in good condition for $2.90. I mean, can't pass it up. It's on bronze label. Bronze label. It's got cotton mouth. Excuse me. I drink a lot of water. This I think I found this at, I got a track where I find these records. But I found this. I think I found this at either Goodwill. I think I found it at Goodwill. It's a Molly Hatchet's second album, Flirting with Disaster. This good old kick-ass Southern fried rock. I love it. And this is kind of messed up. If you can see that or not, but the inner sleeve is kind of messed up. Look at that. There's a tear right here. But for $3, what can you say? I gotta clean it up. I'm not going to show you the record. So there it is. See? But I have to clean it up. But this is a good kick-ass record. The first album, if I ever find a copy of the first album, good copy of their first album, I'll get that. And last but not least, I found this in the 50 cent section in Everyday Music, and it surprised me. You know, that's why I go through the 50 cent section, because you find things like this. And it's in great condition. I don't know how it slipped through, but it's the Moody Blues, the present. See, 50 cents. Right there. 50 cents American coins. This is from 1983. That's cool. I like that a lot. I'll show you the back here real quick. And the inner, it's a nice center ring. I like that. That's cool. That's that. I've always liked the Moody Blues. I've always liked their style of music. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all the great comments. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. Pass this video along. Keep rocking. In July, I'm gonna go see Kiss, or half of Kiss, Simmons and Stanley. It's funny what George Wildheart said about Gene Simmons. If you watch his latest video, it's funny. Anyway, see you guys later, and rock on.